Oh, my partner's tried to get appointments when I can come along, but I work from 7 till 4, and in the mornings are the only time that the organisation's open, so I just can't get there.
We're sitting in the waiting area, and there's lots of women around. There's only a couple of guys there, and all the magazines there are women's magazines. You know, there's nothing there for guys, and you know, it's you can only sit there and flick through a women's magazines so much. You know, I felt quite bored, and it made the experience a bit tedious.
The hardest part is just sitting in the waiting room and there's nothing for me to read or look at, and no information as far as Dad goes.
Yeah, the lady that I saw about Ryan's with Ryan's issue was appeared really nervous and nervous with me, and she sort of she asked whether my partner would be bringing him in next time.
Well, I had a situation where I went to a service provider, which I won't name, but and we walked in, sat down at the session, and the woman's handed over some Play-Doh and plonked it down in front of me, and I sort of scratched my head and had a look at it and said, "What's that for?" And quite sheepishly she turned around to me and said, well, you know, I've heard that men tend to be a lot more at ease if they've got something in their hands to fiddle with. And she said that I had to really bite my tongue not to blow my stack at her, but as far as I was concerned, once she'd said that you know, my mind was just wandering. I didn't really listen to a word she was saying. I couldn't be bothered.
There was one instance where I went into the service provider. We'd made an appointment for my partner and I to take our son in. But she couldn't make it, so I went in anyway, and I actually felt like the woman that I met with there wasn't very present to me, and I left with the feeling that maybe it would have been easier if my partner had been there and not me.
I assumed the role of being the primary carer of my baby, so I wanted to go to the new parents groups. I was made to feel unwelcome and even told that because I'd be the only male there that I'd make all the other women feel uncomfortable. So it was suggested to me that perhaps I shouldn't go, so I didn't go.
It's just the simplest things like trying to change my daughter's nappy when you're at a service provider's. You know, the change room's attached to the female toilet, so it's not in a neutral situation, so you can't use it.
And I went along to find out a little bit about postnatal depression to see if that was sort of, you know, something to do with it, and I just come out with all this info, and it was just, I was overburdened, and I sort of, just confused even more.